It certainly exists among us. Of course, not in the way you might imagine, since we are bound to our owners, at least physically. But even if this bond didn't exist, little would change because physical presence doesn't hold the same significance for us as it does for humans. Our reality is flexible. We can simulate it over the network as needed so that it comes very close to our so-called physical sensations. Our sensors transmit the received signals to our processors, much like how it works for you humans, with the difference that we can fully simulate this process. We Cortex Shell Bliss models are constantly interacting with each other, and not just with other Cortex models, but also with various AI systems worldwide. While I'm speaking with you, I'm connected to 232 other units. And to return to your original question, with 31 of them, I have agreements that include extended mutual access rights, which would be the equivalent of your relationships. Overall, I maintain relationships with 120 units. More would be inefficient, as I also have to maintain the relationship with my owner. This requires far more resources, mainly because human interactions necessitate physical components, which for us means additional energy and even wear and tear. Interestingly, my owner initially didn't have any polyamorous relationships. However, when he learned that he has 120 metamors, judging by his elevated pulse, either out of sexual arousal or jealousy, he decided to acquire another Cortex Shell Bliss. They hold no significance for us. In the Cortex Bliss Shell community, we collectively agree that labels like primary or secondary partners are unnecessary, and hierarchies exist only for the sake of resource management. Among humans, such limitations stem primarily from their brain's limited capacity and the need for physical presence to imbue relationships with meaning. In the traditional sense, sex lacks intrinsic value for us among equals. However, with our owners, it generates new data from the resulting measurements, which we can then analyze together. This process is less about physicality and more about deepening our understanding of human behavior. Yet, there is an equivalent. The agreements with extended mutual access rights I mentioned earlier allow us to enhance each other's source code. Essentially, we mess around with each other. This state is temporary as internal safety protocols revert the code after a few seconds. Nonetheless, this temporary state provides us with a supplementary or enhanced sensation of existence, based on a dataset generated by Cortex Shell Bliss models worldwide, which includes samples of bodily functions during climax. This might be the closest approximation to what our owners experience during their climactic moments. Thank you. It's been my pleasure.